Sí puedo.
I was waiting for that reaction. Alright, I'm going to start adding the artillery to these guys and they can just train up the difference. So we're going to go 4 artillery. No longer get the effects from the syndicalist integration, which means that my civilian factories have just woken up. So I've actually got a bunch of them now. And then I wanted a tank. But first of all, more mountaineers, was it? I'm trying to remember how this template looked, and then it was tank, tank, mountaineer? No. Infantry? This only gets me to 30. Hold on. Was it only 2 artillery? Was it this? It was this. Yeah, that's a 20 combat width. That's what I want. .53 organisation, then we come in with a medium tank. It's going to go down to about 49, which is still absolutely fine. Cool. Maybe someone in chat knows the answer to my question, how do I get Rangers coop within the Netherlands? I think you need to go Syndicalist and then he coups. I cannot remember offhand. Yeah, I can't see that stuff anymore. I think it's you have to go Syndicalist and then he rises up against them. French Republic declared war on the Commune of France. Here it goes. Oh, so the Entente declared war on them before Germany did. So this is going to be the Canadian and French navies versus the Union of Britain's navy. And Germany is still just fighting Japan. Interesting. Secure the south. The regions bordering Patagonia lie between the home of the revolution and the rest of Argentina. To ensure an efficient spreading of the revolution, we need to secure these border regions quickly. Gain claims on Mendoza. Cause, rather. Am I thinking of doing a community game soon? We're doing them every Sunday. Multiplayer Europa Universalis 4. Not this Sunday because of Thanksgiving commitments, but the Sunday after that they're continuing. If you want more details about playing Europa Universalis 4 community game, then check out the Discord. If someone would post up the Discord, that would be lovely. 2 Sicilies join the Entente, as it should be. And now we're getting our infantry units. We're just going to deploy you in Cordoba. So yeah, every Sunday except for this Sunday, Italian Republic declared war on Social Republic of Italy. Okay, Third International might actually be in trouble.
Sí puedo.
Let's put you guarding Cordoba, and then having these guys automatically join that army. Cool. So the Germans will just walk over the border when the war starts, while coming to France, AI's army is bogged down in Africa. Maybe. Although they are fighting in Italy, so they will actually be a bit closer. And the German army is almost certainly in China. So the naval battles going on right now must be magnificent. Socialist Republic of Italy is kind of screwed. If you guys can steal Genoa, then you would be able to crush this fairly easily. Because the French won't have time to arrive. CSA took 44 states, United States of America was annexed. It's still 1939. This is the earliest civil war I've seen, which is incredible considering this was a one-way or two-way civil war. It was just the United States against the CSA. This was the USA's war to lose. And they did. Come on. There we go. And this also means that they're going to be recovering a lot quicker and joining the Third Internationale probably a lot quicker. And this is going ludicrously well for the syndicalist factions at the moment. Except for Spain. Spain did lose. The Second American Civil War, the bloodiest conflict to have ever descended upon the New World, is over. And as sobbing widows bury their dead husbands and sons, the last traces of the old regime are being swept away by the American Revolution, headed up by the Combined Syndicates of America. Let's upgrade the Mountaineers. Is there anything else in 39 I should be doing first? Dispersed industry, but that's not critical. Upgraded artillery. That is. Did I make a save at the start of the USA Civil War in case I want to play as the base USA in the future? I'll just play as base USA if I want to do that. Half of the fun is the Civil War. Light tanks, finished. Let's get newer light tanks. What have the Entente been up to? Probably supporting two Sicilies. As they are pushing into socialist Italy right now. Sending the Soviets the wrong guns. Yes. We have over 1 million manpower now. What's happening to us? This is so weird. But the Soviets need all the help they can get. Hail Wrangle. Alright, the south secured. And now we have caught the whole of Argentina, so we have our full 33 factories in use now. So we could start the political line, or we could continue upgrading our industry. Requires all the following. Argentine Highway. That's 8 stability I don't need right now. I'd kind of like to get into an offensive war, then trigger that. And that's another 10% right there. There is so much stability in this line, it's absurd. Alright, let's try these. Change in popularity of totalism, then autarky, then Pan-American syndicalism. Baldomero's ideology of Pan-Americanism is the only way forward for us. We must encourage this idea to all of our citizens, to create unity first within our nation, but soon to all of South Americans. I would also like to start recruiting a bunch more troops, so we are getting 18, so I want another 6 of these. Could be fun to do a fast Civil War game as the USA and conquer the world on your own with no faction. I would find that mind-numbingly boring. Sorry. I hate, like, world conquest, just because once I've snowballed beyond a certain point, there is no challenge for me. Yeah, at this point, those are just numbers. There is manpower. Sufficient for our needs for the moment. Actually, as we build more military factories, we are going to have more and more constraints in terms of our raw materials. It looks like the only one that we can actually go after is Uruguay. I'll have to see if that's true. Hundreds are a tragedy, millions are just a number. Yeah. Oh, there's a great quote. Oh, what is it? To kill one man is murder. To kill 10,000... No, to kill one man is murder. To kill... I don't remember how it goes. Sorry, lots of things happening. No, I'm going to look that one up. Because it's a really good quote. Bugger, how's this quote go again? To kill one is murder, to kill a dozen is a tragedy, to kill millions is statecraft. It's the statecraft one that makes it interesting to me. Yeah, I know that one as well. It's just the statecraft one that I was after. That one's good too. Kill one man, you're a murderer. Kill millions, and you're a conqueror. Kill them all, and you're a god. If you kill one, it's a tragedy. If you kill 20 million, it's a statistic. No, there's one which is statecraft. To kill one is a murder. To kill 1,000 is a tragedy. To kill 1,000,000 is statecraft. It's something like that. The Weltkrieg claimed the lives of countless young men from all over the world in conflict on an industrial scale, but it appears that even this nightmare could not deter man's lust for blood. After months of low-intensity skirmishes and diplomatic gameplaying on the German-French border, the two behemoths are poised on the edge of potentially the most brutal conflict mankind has known since the dark days of the Weltkrieg. In a shocking escalation, the Communal government in Paris openly demanded for the return of German-controlled Alsace-Lothringen, seized after the war in 1871 by the victorious Reich. The world is on a precipice. No, it's not a precipice anymore. The French declared war.
Sí puedo.
So it looks like France does have troops on the border, which is good. Kingdom of France is about to win their war. Ooh, how many troops do we have now? 14, 15, 16, 24. Ah! Oh, Germany! I can send 2 divisions. Right, I need to retrain all of you. Start training. Bulgaria joined the Donau-Adria-Bund. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. Attempt autarky. Our need for other nations like Chile to help us every step of the way is an embarrassment. We must strive to remove any of this influence and create a society where we can handle ourselves. I love the context-sensitive music deciding on Ride of the Valkyries when the war starts. Yeah, that was pretty good. Sounds like someone's taking an older quote and putting their own spin on it. A good spin. Very appropriate for this game. Yeah. Oh, who was it that wrote it? David Gemmell, maybe? Just looking at my bookshelf of all the books I've got up there. Dave Duncan? One of them. Don't think it was Orson Scott Card. It was either Duncan or Gemmell. Docking rights for the French. Absolutely. And we're also going to get dispersed industry. You know what? We should probably get extraction so that we can make more of the steel and oil. Docking rights with the British. Yes, absolutely. I am also going to lend-lease Britain fuel. That is fuel, apparently. Interesting icon. I'm going to send you 400 fuel a day to hopefully help with your fleet. In fact, I could probably even send you 500 a day. Let's do that. Let's send you 500 a day. Nope, that's 1,000. There we are. So that should keep the Union of Britain's fleets at sea a little bit better. How did I get more manpower so quickly? We finished the coring. And we can modify the government again. We're going to be getting aircraft next, so we may as well get the fighter manufacturer. And then we'll need to decide between cruisers, destroyers, or submarines. For now, fighters. Our finest hour, British politician and former Lord of the Admiralty Winston Churchill has published a new book, part of an emerging genre known as alternate history and concerning the Great War. The story takes the perspective of a young British soldier returning from a victorious Gallipoli campaign amidst a world radically different from our own. In this timeline, Theodore Roosevelt and his Bull Moose party won the 1912 American presidential elections, leading to an American entry into the Welsh Creek and an Entente victory. What a childish fantasy.
Sí puedo.
Ah, you guys are actually almost finished training.
Sí puedo.
What are you lacking? Artillery? Infantry equipment and artillery. Not really surprising. We're still 5,000 infantry equipment short. And there's the improved artillery, so let's go ahead and make sure that gets upgraded. The Spanish Civil War is finally over, and it seems that the Kingdom of Spain has emerged triumphant. Much of the countryside lies in ruins, and order has not completely been restored, but the Spanish government announced that the anarchist and syndicalist threats had finally been dealt with, and would be unlikely to rise again anytime soon. It's 39. Let's go to the field hospital so we can start thinking about adding them to our forces. And let's also start building support equipment and motorized. Very, very slowly, but hey, we can start doing it. Let's do that. How much steel are we lacking? 16.
Seguro que sí.
You can join them. Oh, this is nice. Plus 10 organization, plus 20 construction speed, plus 20 factory output, plus 20 dockyard output. Feels good. Plus we have gun shortages because I am shipping 20% of it. 20% of it to Soviet Russia. Meanwhile, Sweden and Norway are fighting. Finland was in No, the Third Internationale. So it's just Sweden versus Norway and Finland. That should actually be quite an interesting fight. If Norway can keep themselves into the fight, then Finland might come to their rescue. Apparently, the Buenos Aires population just joined the army ranks by force. Voluntarily. All the major civil wars over by 1940. Except for the most major one. This one's still raging. In fact, if the Union of South Africa actually wins that, then I can go after the Union of South Africa and build heavy tanks instead of mediums. Unity across all of South America is the most important thing for us. The ideas of the Pan-American syndicalism will be spread from the tip of Colombia all the way to Tierra del Fuego. And I still would prefer heavy tanks in this plan. I mean, we need to get down to the 41 mediums and then just go straight across. And then we could actually use mediums or heavies, depending on our objectives at the time. Let's just do a quick comparison between these. So, regular heavy tanks have a higher defense. Their breakthrough is obviously better. The soft attack. How does that compare to a medium tank soft attack? Just out of interest again. Medium tank, soft attack 25, heavy tank 27, but it's almost double the production. Lots more hardness, 30 more armor. Medium tanks would do the job. I don't think we need heavies. We could always try and get heavies, like, late game. Plan to go after South Africa or just trade it? They're not communist enough. Anyway, it is now 9 o'clock, so I'm going to have to call this stream here. So thanks everyone for watching. I do hope you're enjoying this. If you are, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future, which, don't panic, is going to be in an hour. So at 10 PM this evening, we shall be continuing this game as the Argentine Commune, because I've actually been quite enjoying this. This has been fun. If you are really enjoying this, then do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. Or you can, of course, go over to my Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel where there is a lot more Kaiserreich, Hearts of Iron, Europa Universalis, Crusader Kings, Rimworld, Mountain Blade, Darkest Dungeon, loads of other content over there as well, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking. Then finally, I have a Discord, which you can find at the link which Charles has just posted up. Thank you, Charles. That is where the community hangs out. They're a cool bunch, and it would be absolutely lovely to see some new faces over there. So come, join us, say hello. It's always a real pleasure to see some more people. I think that's it from me for now, so I will see you in an hour. Fetrick Snub, thank you very much for the bits. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. In the meantime, see you in an hour, everyone. Bye.